for most of us, Sargon's selection this week was actually pretty underwhelming, even though a lot of people really did enjoy the Phobos skin. A lot of you had commented that you're all about it. But for the rest of us, it was kind of underwhelming. They continuously give us a ship part or crew theme, and then they give us just a weapon, and now they're giving us a Phobos skin, which is going to be ridiculous if they're continuing to give us Phobos skins and crew themes now, or things like that. That'll be kind of annoying. So I'm hoping they swap out the crew theme with the Phobos skin and then give us more weapons or armor. Anyway, I'm over here at the Oikos of the Olympians, and I'm going to attempt 16 pulls and see what the rates are. I'm Darkshard, the YouTube Assassin. Let's get into this. So a couple of things before we get this started. If you could please subscribe, comment, like, and even ring that bell so that way whenever I produce content, you're one of the first ones to get it. A lot of times I find glitches or farms or really wild things in these games, and people sometimes don't find out about it until maybe a month, 3 months, or whatever after, and it gets patched, and you missed out. So definitely make sure that you subscribe to this channel, please, by all means. That way you know ahead of time. Another thing, I usually like to make sure that I have way more ore before I kind of do these videos, but I figured, why not? Right now what's going on is Ubisoft has their 70% off of everything for Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So we're going to try it out. We're going to see what we've got. We're going to see what they've got. We're going to see what the drop rates are. So let's take a look at this.
Always happy to see you.
I'd be happy to see you more if you agreed to accept Rahmi.
Sorry
I
to
think we all
disappoint, my
would.
friend, but I'm still only interested in orichalcum.
What do you do with that strange metal?
Its value is beyond compare. It's ancient and worth far more than mere drachmi. I'm just one of the few to realize this.
All right, keep your secrets. Show me what you have.
I wish he actually did something with that. I wish you actually saw some wild stuff that he did. So let's see. Yeah, the Abstergo crew and the Tartaros Charger were what we had for this week. So let's see what we've got in Olympian gifts. Let's see if we drop any legendaries. Oh, first one is a legendary. Look at this. Spiny Boar Hide, part of the Wild Boar set. 17% hunter damage, 24% adrenaline per crit, 20% crit chance with hunter abilities. That's not bad. Let's see what else we have. Let's see if we get luckier or stay with this luck streak. So the Shotel, that's a epic sword. Let's go back into it. Athenian Polemark helmet. And don't be quick to like destroy, dismantle, or sell off all of these epic items, because sometimes when you collect an epic item, you'll see that it has a lot of value. A lot of the more advanced players, they'll take this stuff, like here we have 16% warrior damage, 18% adrenaline per hit, 12% health. You'll increase that if you do all of the Ostrakas and you go to Hephaestus over by this mountain and you upgrade the stuff there as well. And you see that you become a powerhouse. So sometimes a lot of players, they will actually go and use nothing but epic gear. Like this is actually a pretty decent armor right here. 16% assassin damage, all damage, and crit damage while full health. If you could sneak up on somebody, or you could even get like a solid build, you could really do something with that. So let's see, so far I'm like 1 in what, like 6 so far. Oh, 1 in 7. Oh, here's my second legendary. So, Sash of Athens, which is part of the Athena's Blessing set. 17% assassin damage, 30% adrenaline on assassination kill. The entire set gives you 20% crit chance with assassin abilities. Now, one of the reasons I think that Sargon really had nothing in his shop was because they have this sale going on. and they're kind of, I guess, pushing you to go and make these purchases. If you get any piece of armor from Sargon's shop and you go to collect the set itself, what you're going to see is that the set will be a lot cheaper if you went and you bought it with real money. So I think that that's kind of what they're doing. Okay, this Harvester of Time, I do believe this counts as a legendary, even though it is an epic, because of the fact that it is part of, I think, the Chrono set. I'll take a look at it in a minute. 16% warrior damage, 18% damage with spears, 30% crit damage. It's available for sale on the Ubisoft store, and that's what makes it kind of like legendary. You'll also find sometimes you get a rare item, which, I mean, it makes a lot of people angry, but at the same time, it is something that they consider to be a legendary item. Mercenary breastplate. Okay. So that was all my ore. And the way it looks, I believe that that Harvester of Time is actually one of the items that is going to be legendary. Let's see. It was a spear. Harvester of Time. Yes, so this will count as a legendary. So I got, out of 16 pulls, 3 that were considered legendaries. Now, why is this considered legendary? I'll tell you right now. This is something that you could purchase off of the Ubisoft store. So, when you go to Sargon's shop and you use the Olympic gifts, anything that is available in the Ubisoft store, you can actually make the purchase. Not in the Ubisoft Club, the Ubisoft store itself, in which you would pay actual human money for the stuff that's in here. Now, how do I know that this is something that's off the store besides, you know, if I know the whole catalog, which I don't? If you look at any other piece of equipment, handcrafted spear here, look at the very bottom. You see you have the option to equip it or dismantle it. Okay, that means that you could also sell it. This item right here, it only says equip at the bottom. You can't dismantle it and you can't sell it. That's the same thing with legendary items. You can only equip them. You cannot sell or dismantle them. So that's how I know, again, that this is something that was off of the Ubisoft store. Now, a lot of people will be aggravated sometimes. They kind of did a couple of things where you could actually get blue items, rare items, and a lot of people were confused as to how they got a rare item off of the Sargon shop. And the thing is, again, that is something that is also part of the store. It's part of Sargon shop, being that it's something that you could get off of the Ubisoft store. Like early on, if you're a brand new player and you wanted to actually make the purchase, like right here, this Pirate's Linothorax, as you can see, it has the equip. It does not have the dismantle. So you cannot sell this. You can upgrade it. You can't sell it. And it's possible entirely to get it off of the Ubisoft store. So just keep in mind sometimes when you're doing this that you will find that. You will find certain areas where you're going to put some stuff in, you'll come out with a rare or an epic item that you can't dismantle, you can't sell. It is part of the Ubisoft store. It is considered legendary, quote unquote. Although it's not. It's not one of these items, which is what we really want. And the whole reason that a lot of people really want these items is because once you make the sets, you get the engravings, and in some cases those engravings are really out of this world, and that's why you have that legendary chase. A lot of players who've been playing for a while will actually take some of this gear and use this over the legendary because, number one, as you can see, this has 2 items added to it. And when you get the full set, you get the 3rd item. And then you can engrave it. So you got 4 items in total. But if you have this whole set, on each other piece you have a wasted slot because you needed all 5 pieces to get that 10% crit chance and 50% crit damage while low health. That's going to be on every single piece, whereas all those other slots could have something else. So when you go to the epic gear, you see it has 3 slots already full, and each one probably has something different. If you find a really good one, you're going to have a solid build. And then on this, you might go to the blacksmith and be able to engrave 10% crit chance and 50% crit damage while low health, leaving you to have free space and free engravings on all your other pieces of armor. So that's why a lot of people go with epics over legendaries. Anyway, really, that's a decent drop rate, honestly, for what's been going on with Sargon. And that, honestly, is, I don't know. I don't know if it's preferable to what he had in the store. If you really want to get these items, you don't want to miss out on that. So it's up to you whether you want to spend 180 or in order to get these 2 items. That's up to you. The other thing is that whenever you get any of these pieces, let's say I got a piece of armor, which I did. I got 2 pieces of armor, in fact, for 2 different sets. Now, when I go to the store, if I wanted to actually make a purchase of the rest of that set, because I think that that set is amazing, like right here, this Athena's Blessing set, let's say it's going to cost 500 Helix credits to purchase. Now that I've got this one piece, it may be only 400 Helix credits to purchase. And when it comes to these, you're never going to get the same item twice when it comes to the legendaries. You'll only get one of each item, unlike Origins, where it was possible to get multiples of each item. So keep that in mind. You could probably just, if you wanted to, go on a rampage and collect as many things as you could, as much of the ore as you could, and then go and see him. Try it that way. Or now that everything is 70% off, you might even want to try seeing what is available. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, please like and subscribe. It helps the channel out an awful lot. And as always, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. Until the next one, take care.